Fuck. Alright, there we go. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact or Hit. Hi, Joey Styles with Jonathan Coachman and with Aiden English. And today on Impact or Hit, we're going to talk about what we saw first yesterday on Dynamite or Might. Well, yesterday on Dynamite on Might, we saw Asuka. Well, no, we didn't see that. No, we saw Arrow fight Becky Lynch for the right to fight Asuka for the TWF heavyweight winnings. And Becky Lynch didn't like that and hit Arrow between the legs, and then guilted Arrow for beating her. Joey Styles said, I truly think that was sad. Yeah, I believe that was sad too, Jonathan Coachman says, but at the end of the day, there really isn't much we can do about it. I mean, Becky Lynch believes that she should be the one fighting Asuka for the TWF heavyweight winnings and not Arrow again. And even Montel Vertadius Porter even wanted to get Bobby Lashley in it, but we'd have to know where he was at. I could tell you one thing right now, Joey and Jonathan. Montel Vertadius Porter, he needs to seek Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's most likely in that bin with the red top in it and the hidden room. Because he believes he would be the man to beat Asuka and win the TWF heavyweight winnings. However, whoever we do have someone, whoever we do got someone here who feels very high of himself, and that would be the TWF Pennsylvania Right fighter, Gunther. Everyone likes to talk about Asuka as if she is the only one that should have onlook. Big deal. I'm the TWF Pennsylvania Right fighter, and I'm the one that should have onlook, but I don't get it. Fuck. And I don't get onlook at all. Get off the glasses. And okay, fuck the glasses. Well, and I don't get it. It's sad that I should have the onlook. And everyone likes to talk about how unbeaten Asuka was at one time. But big deal. I went unbeaten for a long time myself, and no one ever gave me the onlook. And I want to see who thinks they're man enough to take my TWF Pennsylvania Right winnings away from me, because I do not think anyone is. And in my belief. So, if the TWF heavyweight fighter thinks that she's so great, well, I'm here to tell you she's not. And the ringleader is the greatest one. Yeah, go ahead, Gunther, however you call yourself. Go and tell everyone how you think the ringleader, the ring fighter, is greater than the Kaiserin of tomorrow. First off, Gunther, you didn't go unbeaten in WWE from 25th between YL to 28th between YL. You didn't go that long beaten, And you didn't hold as many straps as I did, Gunther. I held the WWE NXT Woman Heavyweight winnings, never lost it, had to yield it up due to being wounded. I was a 3-time WWE woman heavyweight fighter, a 1-time woman Roy fighter, and I also was a 4-time WWE women's tag team fighter. Gald in the Boundary winner, Kingly Thunder winner. I done a lot more, Goomba, in my time in WWE on NXT Raw and SmackDown than you ever did. Don't you shame me, Oscar, because I done a lot more than you ever did. When I was on NXT UK, I held the WWE NXT 4-1 Kingdom winnings for a long time, longer than you held the WWE NXT Women Heavyweight winnings. And when I went to NXT, I beat a lot of folks. When I went to SmackDown, I held the WWE Ender Lombardi winnings longer than anyone else ever held it. And then I became a 2-time World Heavyweight fighter. Gunther, you didn't do anything greater than me, and you're leaving out things. Like you lost to Ali Dragunov. That's how you lost the WWE NXT 4-1 Kingdom winnings. You're leaving out how, after holding the WWE Ender Lombardi winnings for some time, lost it to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania Madness. You leave that out. Then, to be the grand fighter, you lost to Cody Rhodes. Then at this year's WrestleMania Madness, you lost to Jason Uso. You lost more times than I did. Yeah, but unlike you, Goomba, I can admit that I won some matches on NXT Raw and SmackDown and lost some. And I don't go around thinking the world owes me on look. But if you think that you're man enough to beat me, I'm here to tell you, you were not ready for Oscar. And you can say whatever you want, but I'm here to tell you, I don't think, that you're ready for Oscar at all. You think, Oscar, that you can frighten me with bullshit sayings? Because that's all it is, a bullshit saying. I don't have to say shit. Yeah, you call yourself the ring fighter. That's a bullshit saying, right? That's a bullshit saying right there, too. Yes, Oscar is right, Gunther. Bullshitter calls a bull out a bullshitter. Oscar's a Kaiserin of tomorrow, but at least she can win and lose with class. You can't handle losing, Gunther. And the world does not give you onlook unless you do something to get that onlook. And since, Gunther, you don't want since you want everyone to onlook you, but you don't want to do anything to get onlook, that's your bind. But here today on Impact or Hit, we will see the TWF heavyweight fighter take on the TWF Pennsylvania right fighter. Neither strap is on stake, but this is just to see if the Kaiserin of tomorrow can beat the ring fighter or the ringleader. Well, we just heard from Ric Flair, the main overseer of the TWF, and how he put this match together, meaning, and now Gunther coming when at Oscar, Joey Styles said, Oscar knocked down Gunther. Oscar picked up Gunther for a body slam, Joey Styles says. Well, Jonathan Coachman says, Oscar has done a lot of things in her time in WWE and also in her time in the TWF. Oscar's been in the TWF since the end of 26 between YL, and she's done a lot of things that even Gunther hasn't done. Oscar's a 2-time TWF heavyweight fighter. She's at least a 3-time TWF woman heavyweight fighter, and she did win a Kingly. She did that. And she's also is a 5-time TWF Women's Tag Team Fighter. Asuka going, oh, Gunther knocking down Asuka too. Gunther taking down Asuka. Gunther is also into that same kind of style, way of wrestling that Asuka's into. You know, Gunther learned it in Austrias land instead of learning it in Dawn land. Aiden English says, what hasn't Asuka done? But Asuka hasn't beat the ringleader. And until she can beat someone like Gunther, all it is a saying. And I think Gunther might be ready for Asuka, Aiden English says. We'll have to see about that. And now Gunther's putting Asuka in the sleeper. We'll see about that. And we'll see Asuka, if she'll end up losing to Gunther or Gunther. Well, Gunther's putting Asuka in the sleeper. And that'll be the end of her, Aiden English says. Well, we'll have to see. The Fight Lord's going to have to go see if that's a sleeper or not a choke, and ask Asuka if she wants to yield or not, Joey Styles says. Well, knowing the Kaiser in of tomorrow, Jonathan Coachman says, I don't think it'll take a lot to beat her. You know, Asuka has won some and lost some matches, both in WWE and in the TWF. But I don't think Gunther's going to be one of the folks that beat her. Asuka's getting up now. Gunther can't understand it. Asuka just spit that shit right in Gunther's lair. The Kaiserin strike. Asuka just put the Kaiserin strike on Gunther. Now she got him in the Asuka lock. Is Gunther going to yield here? He does. Ding, ding, ding. That's no fair, Aiden English says. Asuka just spit in Gunther's lair. And that's the only way she beat him here today. The only way she beat him here today on Impact or Hit. Well, that need be true, Joey Styles says. But Asuka beat Gunther. And the Reckoning book is going to say that Asuka beat Gunther. It's not going to say how Asuka beat Gunther or Gunther. So I guess Gunther or Gunther or Walter was not ready for Asuka, Joey Styles said. Well, we know that Gunther or Gunther cannot handle losing, Jonathan Coachman says. We know that he beats himself. We know he's truly beat himself up, mind-wise, after he lost to Ali Dragunov, and to Sami Zayn, and to Cody Rhodes, and to Jason Uso. Joey Styles said. So how are they going to deal with this losing in a TWF? We've seen how he deals with it in WWE. Well, right now I know Joey Styles. I know right now Aiden English says Gunther doesn't handle losing well, and he'll take it out on someone, Aiden English says. All right, we'll take it away now, Joey Styles said to Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Asuka here today on Impact or Hit. All right, Asuka, you are the Kaiserin of tomorrow, the TWF heavyweight fighter. You beat Gunther here today on Impact or Hit. I did, Joey Styles. I did, Tony Schiavone. And I want to know, what happened to those reading glasses? Oh, the reading glasses Jack Pacific gave me. Well, they keep falling off my leer. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how you beat Gunther, the ring fighter, the ringleader, the 2-time TWF Pennsylvania Rec fighter, and a 2-time World Heavyweight fighter in WWE. Wow, yeah, I beat Gunther, the ring fighter, the ringleader. He does, he likes to go around and thinks the whole world should owe him on look. He thinks he's God's gift to skilled wrestling, but he's not. And Gunther, I know you don't know how to deal with losing in a TWF, and you don't know how to deal with losing in WWE. Well, you lost to me. And I guess that means that you were not ready for Asuka. No one is ready for Asuka. the Kaiser win of tomorrow will be the TWF heavyweight fighter for a long time. Well, that's my talk with Oscar. The Kaiser win of tomorrow, the TWF heavyweight fighter. Back to you, Joey Styles and Tony Schiavone. Back to you, Joey Styles, and Jonathan Coachman. Well, thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Oscar here today on Impact or Hit. And that's all the time we got here for Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman and with Aiden English, we hope you like Impact or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.